And on to the first story. Varis Punjab, the chief Amritpal Singh, who is still absconding. Police launches a massive manhunt against Khalistani Amritpal. The lens is also on ISI handlers and foreign funding. 4 aides of Amritpal were sent to Dibrugarh in Assam after custody. Uncle of Amritpal Singh is also en route to Dibrugarh. NSA has been invoked against the 5 people who were arrested. While addressing a news conference, Punjab IGP Sukhchand Singh Gill said that the bulletproof jackets and rifles that have been recovered at the gate of Amritpal Singh had AKF written on them. There was an attempt to form a Jathebandi called Anandpur Khalsa Fauj. 4 more associates of Varis Punjab, the chief Amritpal Singh, have been sent to police custody till the 23rd of March. Amritpal Singh's associates Bhupinder Singh, Gurpreet Singh, Sukhmanjeet Singh and Harpreet Singh were produced in the Baba Bakla court. Punjab Cabinet Minister Kuldeep Singh Dhaliwal said that the Aam Aadmi Party government was led by Bhagwant Mann has controlled the law and order situation in the state amid the crackdown against Amritpal Singh's Varis Punjab Day. All mobile internet services, all SMS services and all dongle services provided on mobile networks except voice calls in the territorial jurisdiction of Punjab have been suspended till the 21st of March in the interest of public safety. Archbishop of Roman Catholic Church Mar Joseph Pamplani voiced support for the ruling BJP. He said, and I quote, "The believers of the church will help the BJP to elect its first MP from the state if the union government raises the price, of natural rubber to 300 rupees a kg. Reacting to the comment, Union Minister Rajiv Chandrasekhar said that the statement of the bishop is welcoming. He further said that Prime Minister Modi was always supportive of inclusive development.
I think it's a very welcome statement by the Bishop of Talasheri. I was there in December of last year where I visited with many students and many young Malayalis in that area. And it is clear that the Prime Minister has always stood for Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas. And it is important that the community leaders stand up and explain to the members of their community that the Prime Minister has been relentlessly working for the betterment of all Indians, regardless of their religion, regardless of where they come from. So I welcome this statement by the Bishop of Talasheri.
Indians held demonstrations outside UK High Commission against Khalistani elements who tried to pull down the tricolour at Indian High Commission in London. After pro-Khalistani elements waving separatist Khalistan flags grabbed the tricolour flying atop the Indian High Commission in London, Foreign Secretary Vinay Quatra said that perpetrators need to be arrested and prosecuted. Prime Minister Modi held talks with wide-ranging that he did with Japanese Prime Minister Fumio Kishida to expand India-Japan strategic partnership for a peaceful, stable and prosperous post-COVID world. Japanese Prime Minister arrived earlier today on a 2-day official visit.
आज प्रधानमंत्री किशिदा ने मुझे मई महीने में हिरोशिमा से मैं होने वाली G7 लीडर समिट के लिए निमंत्रण दिया। इसके लिए मैं उनका हृदय से धन्यवाद करता हूं। इसके कुछ महीनों बाद सितंबर में G20 लीडर समिट के लिए मुझे प्रधानमंत्री किशिदा का फिर से भारत में स्वागत करने का अवसर मिलेगा।
Browse Avenue Court has extended the custody of Aam Aadmi Party leader Manish Sisodia till the 3rd of April in the Delhi excise policy case. The court has extended his custody in the CBI case. Currently, he is in ED remand till the 22nd of March. He was produced virtually before the court through video conferencing. CBI said that the investigation in the case is still going on and is at a critical juncture. Delhi court sent Hyderabad-based businessman Arun Ramachandra Pillai to judicial custody. He was arrested by ED on the 6th of March in a money laundering case related to the Delhi excise policy case. BRS MLC KAVITHA appeared before the ED for the second round of questioning on Delhi's liquor policy case. This comes after she skipped the earlier summon, citing her petition challenging ED notice was pending for hearing in the Supreme Court. Congress MP Rahul Gandhi addressed a Yuva Dhwani event in Belagavi where he slammed the ruling BJP. He said that, and I quote, during the Bharat Jodo Yatra, youth said that they can't find any jobs in Karnataka and people complained that this government is the most corrupt government in India, that it is a 40% commission government. Union Minister Hardeep Singh Puri slammed Congress MP Rahul Gandhi over his recent remarks on India's democracy during his London visit. Hardeep Singh Puri said, and I quote, if any individual goes outside the country, he has the freedom to speak, but along with that freedom comes what I call the need to have a sense of responsibility, unquote.
A private citizen goes outside the country or inside the country, he has a freedom to speak. But along with that freedom to speech comes what I call the need to have a sense of responsibility. Now, if you don't understand how the European Union came into being, and I don't want to take your time to highlight how the Treaty of Rome started with 6 countries and others, how the first union was European Coal Community, European Coal and Steel Community. These are sovereign countries which have joined in order to produce.
After Bengal Chief Minister MAMATA Banerjee's scathing attack on Congress MP Rahul Gandhi, Congress took a jibe at Chief Minister MAMATA Banerjee. Congress said has alleged that Mamata and BJP have brokered a pact to attack Rahul Gandhi. This comes against the backdrop of Mamata and Akhilesh's meeting. Samajwadi Party Chief Akhilesh Yadav said that BJP will be defeated on all 80 seats in the state of UP in the upcoming 2024 Lok Sabha polls. He accused the BJP of not fulfilling the promises that were made before the elections.
हमारी पार्टी का नेतृत्व यहाँ बैठा है, उसने सबने मिलकर के यही फैसला लिया है कि उत्तर प्रदेश में समाजवादी पार्टी के साथ जो गठबंधन हैं, जो गठबंधन दल हैं, उनसे मिलकर के 80 की 80 सीटें भारतीय जनता पार्टी को हराने का काम करेंगे.
Prayagraj Development Authority raised the property of Mohammad Ghulam, an accused in the Umesh Pal murder case based on a complaint lodged by Umesh Pal's wife Jayapal, a case that was registered against Atiq Ahmed, his relatives and aides including Mohammad Ghulam. Iron Seal, a close aide of TMC's Shantanu Banerjee, was arrested by ED and brought to City Sessions Court in Kolkata in connection with the teachers' recruitment scam. Auto-rickshaw drivers in Bengaluru called for a strike in protest against private bike taxi aggregators functioning in the city. Over 2 lakh auto-rickshaws remained off roads. The auto-rickshaw union called for a strike because they claim that the bike taxis jeopardize the livelihoods of auto-rickshaw drivers. The woman who was urinated upon an international flight of Air India has moved the Supreme Court seeking guidelines on unruly and disruptive behavior in airplanes and a change in alcohol policy. She's also sought restrictions on media reporting of the criminal case ongoing in the Patiala House Court on grounds that it was affecting fair trial through selective leaks of information. Members of the Muslim community staged a protest over Karnataka BJP leader K.S. Ishwarappa's remark on Azan. A protester performed Azan at the premises of the District Commissioner's office in Shivamogga district. The video of the incident has gone viral. Karnataka gears up for the assembly elections. Aam Aadmi Party released its first list of candidates. It was speculated that the party will announce the names of 120 candidates in its first list, but only 80 candidates' names have been confirmed. Special Investigation Unit of the Kashmir Police conducted searches in the Kakapora area of South Kashmir's Pulwama district. Raids were conducted at the property of Lashkar-e-Taiba commander Riaz Ahmed Dar, who has been active for over 8 years and is believed to be one of the oldest surviving terrorists. Sources now say that more raids are expected in the area. Opposition MLAs held a protest on the steps of Vidhan Bhavan in Mumbai. The leaders were seen carrying onions, grapes and demanded immediate relief for farmers suffering from hailstorms, unseasonal rains in the state. Odisha Assembly was adjourned till 4 p.m. today by Speaker Bikram Keshri AUTO-RICKSHAW due to a protest by BJP and Congress MLAs demanding the resignation of School and Mass Education Minister Sameer Ranjan Das over matric exam question paper leak. Tamil Nadu Finance Minister Dr. P. Thiagarajan presented the State Budget 2023-24 in the Assembly today. During the budget, Finance Minister announced that 18,661 crore rupees will be allocated for state health care and 40,299 crore rupees will be allocated for school education. Agitated dairy farmers in Tamil Nadu's Madurai staged a protest. The farmers threw milk on the road during their protest against Tamil Nadu government demanding an increase in milk procurement prices. Kisan Mahapanchayat has begun at the Ramleela Maidan in Delhi with high security. Farmers have gathered after what they demanded, a legal guarantee on MSP and fulfillment of other demands. Chinese leader Xi Jinping arrived to meet Russian President Vladimir Putin in Moscow in a political boost for the isolated Russian president after the International Criminal Court has charged him with war crimes in Ukraine. EU High Representative Josep Borrell in Brussels said that if President Putin travels to one of the more than 130 countries who had signed this international treaty, he should be immediately arrested. Dozens of conservative Muslims marched in Indonesia's capital to protest against the Israeli team's participation in the FIFA World Cup Under-20 in Indonesia. A group of lawmakers from UK met with Taiwan's President Tsai Ing-wen to further promote cooperation and exchanges. The delegation is headed by UK parliamentarian Bob Stewart, chair of British Taiwanese All-Party Parliamentary Group. Protesters lit fires in the streets of Nairobi as hundreds took part in a demonstration calling on the government to resign. Crowds of opposition supporters took to the streets of the Kenyan capital after opposition leader Raila Odinga called for a mass protest to call on the government headed by William Ruto to step down. Iraqi Prime Minister Mohammed Shia al-Sudani met with Organization of Petroleum Exporting Countries Secretary General Haitham al-Ghais in Baghdad, where they discussed the challenges that the oil markets are facing. Japanese Prime Minister Fumio Kishida said that Japan, as chair of G7 and India chairing G20 this year, hope to discuss fully what roles of Japan and India should play in the international community while deepening their bilateral strategic partnership. US President Joe Biden returned to the White House from Wilmington in Delaware. President did not respond when a reporter shouted out a question asking his reaction to former President Donald Trump's call for protests. Iraqi Foreign Minister Fuad Hussein joined European Union officials in Brussels for a meeting of the EU-Iraq Cooperation Council. Ahead of the meeting, EU Foreign Policy Chief Josep Borrell said that he had hoped Iraq and the bloc would build on their solid partnership, adding that they plan to discuss a wide range of issues from economic cooperation to migration. German Chancellor welcomes the resolute action of the Swiss authorities following the announcement that banking giant UBS would buy Credit Suisse. Rafael Nadal has left the top 10 in the ATP rankings after a long 934 weeks. The Spaniard has dropped to 13th rank, while Carlos Alcaraz has reclaimed the top position following his win over Daniil Medvedev in the BNP Paribas Open title. Elena Rybakina won her first WTA 1000 title following victory over Aryna Sabalenka at the BNP Paribas Open final in Indian Wells. Rybakina secured a victory after 2 hours and 3 minutes on the court. With its second win over Real Madrid in less than 3 weeks, Barcelona made sure there is more talk about the team's prowess on the field than the club's alleged troubles away from it. With IPL 2023 set to start soon, the premier broadcaster Star Sports has released the star-studded commentary lineup that will be behind the mic this season. Jurgen held his first training session as head coach of South Korea, saying he was looking forward to getting to know his new players. First session was held at the team training base in Paju, and several of South Korea's Europe-based players who were missing due to club commitments, including captain and Spurs standout Son Heung-min. Indian boxer Sakshi notched a unanimous decision win against Zazira of Kazakhstan to advance to the quarterfinals of the Women's World Championship. Carlos Alcaraz completed a dominant run to his maiden BNP Paribas Open title on Sunday with perhaps his most one-sided victory of the tournament. The 19-year-old Spaniard, who did not lose a set in 6 Indian Wells match, will return to world number 1 in the ATP rankings behind his trophy triumph. River Plate go top of the Argentine Primera Division after beating Sarmiento 2-0 in Buenos Aires. Goals from Lucas Beltran and Agustin secured the 3 points as River Plate are now on 18 points from 8 matches. Danny Lee birdied his final 2 holes for a 2 under 69 and then won Live Golf Tucson on the third hole of a 4-man playoff by making a 25-foot birdie putt from off the 18th green for his first win in nearly 8 years. Chennai Super Kings have signed South Africa pacer Sisanda Magala as a replacement for New Zealand bowler Kyle Jamieson for the IPL 2023. Jamieson was ruled out of the tournament due to an injury, was brought by franchise for 1 crore rupees.